So how's it going, my nofap and semen retention brothers? Hope everybody's still doing really well on this journey. You guys are still retaining, still aiming to become the best freaking version of yourselves, man. So today's video comes from a question from a subscriber. Now, this subscriber asked me, why don't many men actually believe in semen retention? Why do a lot of them doubt it? Why do so many of them just think that it's all hype? Why do they think that it's just this new kind of trend that's going to come forth and then it's going to go away within a year? Now, this is actually a great question because it's very common for the majority of men in this society to actually think of semen retention like that. And honestly, the main culprit behind this, and this is the answer I gave that subscriber too, so I'm sorry if I sound like a broken record, bro, but I'm going to get more in depth. But the main thing is society. See, honestly, society has made semen retention to look out as a freaking cult. It makes it seem like it's just a group of men who are honestly just evil kind of guys just because they actually want to strive to become the best version of themselves and they don't want to be distracted by females. So society ends up making these guys look like they're part of some kind of evil group who just does bad things. And this is some crazy peer pressure that almost 90% of guys are going to fall into, which is why I mention it a lot, that the men on semen retention are really the chosen ones. That 10%, man, if not even 10%, probably it's like 95% of guys will fall under the peer pressure, especially the young guys, the guys in high school, the guys in early college. I'm pretty darn sure every single time you guys probably hear about semen retention, many of you are going to be like, nah, man, watching pornography is just a normal thing. Masturbating is a normal thing. Every single guy does it. It's a healthy practice. I don't blame you for thinking that way, to be completely honest, all right? It's just that society has made it in such a way that they make you think that those things are abnormal because they made it normal through movies. They made it normal through celebrities and all that stuff, man. It's just really corrupted every single young man's mind out there, which is why a lot of you are just following your life in some kind of robotic path where you just probably go to college, get a degree, and then ask every single person in the world to hire you for that job. And next thing you know, you don't even get it. But when you get on semen retention, you start going your own way. You actually have a much more clear thinking of where do I want to go in life, of how to actually achieve things in life, of how to actually dream for bigger things. See, many men in the society, they're just robotic. They're just on this stagnant level. Us men on semen retention, nofap, who've been doing this for a very long time, we're on a different kind of vibration, man. You hear about this a lot. This is why the law of attraction is actually working for us. We're not part of that below level of society where they're all just focused on just getting a degree and just going after what you want. I'm not saying that's always a bad thing, but majority of the men who don't know what they want from life will fall into that trap and they won't think about semen retention. And if they actually do, they're going to think that it's just some kind of abnormal thing because these guys are not ejaculating. How the heck can a guy not ejaculate, right? That's how they think. See, what happens is that many men also experience a lot of stress on this journey. And because of this stress, because of this insane rise in cortisol, what they end up thinking is that this journey is all hype. Because your minds are so freaking used to watching these pornographic images. And for some men, you guys have probably been watching it since you were not even a teenager. So of course it's going to take a huge toll on your minds, man. Okay? This is why many men don't even think about wanting to go on semen retention. This is why they just think it's all hype. They think it's just something that people just made out of the blue and, you know, it's just a trendy kind of thing. It's not a trendy thing, bro. It's something people have been doing since the beginning of time. It's just that men nowadays, or recently I should say, have actually woken up to the truth about semen retention, about actually retaining this stuff and it going to the right parts of your body, the right parts of your mind, and you're not having any kind of brain fog anymore. You're not influenced by other people as much. You're not really giving a crap about what other people think of you. You're not on your path of just make other people happy. The main person that semen retention people are actually focused on is themselves, and they want to focus on how they can improve themselves and how they can achieve their goals every single day, which is why these people also actually have less friends because of that. Another thing I want to point out, by the way, with the whole friends thing is that majority of the guys out there who have a ton of friends, you more than likely probably go to one or two of them almost every other day. You know why? Because the majority of these people are fake. Okay, almost all your friends are fake. This is why men on semen retention nofap, we don't really have friends like that. You know why? Because there's so few level of men out there who actually match the same vibration as us. They're not on the same level. They're not on the same goal getting level as us. Okay, we set goals, we accomplish goals, we reach for higher goals as well. The majority of the men, they can't do that, and they just can't, because they're just so lazy and they're just so unmotivated to actually go after what they really want in life. Another thing that makes me feel that a lot of men on semen retention who maybe have started this journey and gave up and are saying that I don't want to do this anymore and this is just stupid. For those guys, you guys are just stupid impatient. This happens with a lot of men on semen retention who start the journey and most likely just give up. Even the men on nofap. You guys go on the journey for a few months maybe, and probably by the third month you're like, I'm not getting the same kind of benefits that other person's getting. The other person got those benefits in like a week or a month. This is why I really don't, I'm not saying I really don't hate them, but I don't really like videos where men say, oh, I got these amazing benefits in a week, or I got these amazing benefits in a month. Okay, that's good to motivate a lot of men out there, but at the same time, they're going to start comparing themselves to you, especially if there are people who have not been on semen retention. And those are the majority of the guys who are going to click on those videos because they're going to be curious. They're going to be like, this person can achieve such amazing benefits in a week. It's not always going to be like that though, man. I want everybody to know the truth about semen retention. It's hard freaking work to stay on this journey. It's hard work to work on yourselves. It's hard work to get out of your comfort zone every single freaking day and go after something that you know that you're lacking in. Some kind of goal that you know that you have to accomplish. And if you don't accomplish it, you know that it's not going to be good in the long run. So that's what happens. Many of you get impatient. When you get impatient on this journey, you're bound to fail. Because remember, everybody is different. Mentally, physically, every single one of you is different. Only common thing we have is that we're all human and we're all children of God. Other than that, we have nothing in common. Okay? But the main thing is you guys get impatient. Once you get impatient, there's no way in heck you're going to freaking be successful on this journey, right? Whew, you guys really just, as you keep going on this journey, as you keep disciplining yourself, which is probably the main thing every other guy you see in the street lacks. Every other human, forget about other guy. Every other human you see in the street lacks discipline. All right, and you could tell this as a man who's been on semen retention nofap for a while. Even you guys will be able to know that, okay, this person is really not a go-getter. They don't have any goals in life. If they do have goals in life, they want to get their goals accomplished really quickly. They don't really like to put in a lot of effort in things. We can tell what kind of people these are. And it's literally every other person you see in the street. You can just tell, you get a certain vibe off them. Say you want to approach them and you talk to them. It could be a male or female. It could be talking about whatever. It could even be talking about giving directions. You can just tell about a person's vibe. You can tell that they're after a certain goal. You can tell by their body language. You can tell by their vocal tone. It's just very simple. Especially if you've been on semen retention nofap for a very long time. For me, it's like second nature. It's just like the back of my hand. I could just easily tell if a person is real or if they're fake. Another thing is triggers. Now, this is one of the main reasons why people don't believe in semen retention and why they may just think of it as it's stupid and why they may think that it won't work. Because triggers are everywhere. Okay, they're literally every single place you go. Ads, people walking in the streets half naked. It's just everywhere. Movies, entertainment, it's literally everywhere. Okay, you see a car commercial nowadays, you see a freaking hot girl driving the car. It's literally everywhere. Okay, this is one of the main reasons. I feel like it's like the higher, whoever it is, like people might say Illuminati, whatever it is, I don't care. But yeah, like it's like the higher people, they just know how society works. They know how weak a lot of you men are. They know that if you see a hot woman driving a super expensive car, you're going to eventually be convinced to want to buy that car because you're going to think that it's going to attract that kind of woman. They're smart, man, and you guys are just being dumb about it. And when you're being dumb about it, you get manipulated easily. And when you get manipulated easily, you end up doing whatever the heck society tells you to do. You dress the way they tell you to dress. You eat what they tell you to eat. You work out the way they tell you to work out. You just do whatever they want you to do. You never, ever do what you want to do. This is what ends up happening to a lot of men. Man, these triggers they're scary, bro. They're in every single movie that you watch too. Almost every single movie. And any kind of website you go on pretty much nowadays, you see a pop-up comes. What is it? It's some kind of freaking pornographic thing. It's ridiculous. All right? See, I made a video earlier too about why pornography is more scarier than you think. And man, if you guys have not watched that already, watch that. It'll really show you how much this stuff is damaging your brain. And these triggers, see, as I said, the higher, whoever it is, Illuminati, whatever the heck it may be, but they know how you guys work. They know these triggers, and they take these triggers, in my opinion, from these pornographic videos. Like little, they just show like a girl with showing almost all her skin in a certain commercial. Next thing you know, you're convinced to buy that product. This is how stuff works, man. This is why men doubt semen retention, because they're just so into those triggers. Those triggers are literally every single place you go. You go outside for a few minutes just to take a walk, just to clear your mind. Next thing you know, there's this freaking girl walking over, and she has a skirt that is, you can literally see almost half her ass in it. It's just the way it is. But see, here's the thing. As men on nofap semen retention, at this point in the journey, and I've been in the journey for a while. I relapsed a couple of times, but I got right back on the journey, and it's been very easy for me to get back once you've done it for a very long time. For us, we know how to control ourselves because we have that discipline. We know how to actually go after what we want in life. We know that females are not this amazing kind of princess, whatever thing that most of you guys put on a pedestal. We know it's not that. We know that we are the prize. We know that she needs our attention. We know for a fact that we don't need her attention whatsoever. There's really nothing she can give us. If anything, females, they need you, bro. Okay? Remember, get that in your head. If you get that mentality in your head, and I promise you, you get on semen retention nofap for at least a good 6 months, that's going to become your mentality, that she needs me. When you get this mentality, you become into an alpha male. And when you become into that alpha male, you end up just giving off this amazing kind of vibe, this amazing kind of aura. All right? And it's just that confidence. And they can tell. Females can tell. Even males, they'll be able to tell that this guy's, he's a little different from what usual society is. You know, he's not afraid to speak his mind. He's not afraid to go after his goals. He doesn't really care about fitting in with society. Okay, that's the main thing. Because what does society want? Society wants to just control you. And you know what? It's controlling majority of you guys, as bad as that sounds. All right? There's a reason you feel so freaking insecure about your looks. There's a reason you feel insecure about even talking to a female. There's a reason you're afraid to go approach a girl. There's a reason you're afraid to just sometimes even take a walk outside because you might end up socializing. All right? There's a reason that so many people out there drink and they end up getting drunk and then they party. There's a reason people do that, all right? This is what society wants. They just want you to be controlled. The higher ups, they want you to be controlled. This is the main thing. This is the problem. So these are just a few main reasons that men doubt semen retention and nofap, and why many of them may not ever believe in it unless they actually try it out and they discipline themselves and they're patient with it and they stay within at least 6 months, a half a year. I don't care if you don't experience one benefit within 6 months. I don't care if you don't experience even one, which is impossible, to be completely honest, but I'm just exaggerating. But I don't care, because I don't care if you really don't experience even one in 6 months, because you really have to be patient and disciplined on this journey. And honestly, if you don't, being on 6 months no semen retention, that's discipline anyways, right there. And you have that. That's one of the greatest mindsets to have in your life, because once you're disciplined in that area, you're going to start disciplining yourselves in so many different areas of your life. Disciplining yourselves in your workout, and what kind of food you eat, and how many times a day you eat, and grooming yourself, all that stuff. All right, guys, hope you guys enjoyed this video. You guys learned something from it. If you guys did enjoy it, hit the like button down below. If you guys have not already, please subscribe, man. I would highly appreciate it. Thank you so much to all those who already subscribed to me. If you guys have not already, check out my Patreon page. I got articles for you down there. And if you guys want, check out my Snapchat. You guys have any questions about anything related to semen retention, nofap, make sure you guys email me. Even if you guys just want to vent to me, man. And I'll even give you my number via email. If you guys have any comments or questions or any suggestions for future videos, you guys can also email me or leave it in the comment section below. I'll get to those as well. As usual, let's be our heroes, man.